You probably do not have any problem with questions like simplify, 2 raised to power 3. And so this is 2 times 2 times 2. I hope you know. Still remember that it's not 2 times 3. No, it is 2 times 2 into 3 places. That gives us 8. Or a question like 3 raised to power 2, which is 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. But we don't have questions with all this. And I think so. And if I given number 3 as 5 raised to power 1, it is equal to 5. Any number raised to power 1 is that number. Okay, but what of when you have a question like number 4 that asks you to look for 25, the value of 25 raised to power half? What do you do about it? If I had written 25 raised to power 1, then it would be 25. So what of when it is 25 raised to power half? How do we simplify it? Or we have written 25 raised to power 3 over 2. I think this is even becoming another challenge. Yes. Laws of Indices part 2 will settle this problem. And so we have the following laws in Laws of Indices part 2. Number 1, laws that says x raised to power 1 over a is equal to a root of x. That's one of the laws we're going to treat under this today. And another law we're going to treat under this today is x raised to power b over a is equal to a root again of x, all raised to power b. Remember that this is not raised to power any number. If you should raise to power any number, it should raise to power 1. And the number raised to power 1 is that number. Alright, if that is true, let us see how we can use these 2 laws to solve questions like this number 4 and this number 5. What is he saying? In our solution to question number 4. Question number 4 looks like number 1 here. And what it means is that in the solution that we are going to solve 25 raised to power half by saying 25 raised to power half is equal to square root. 2 is here but it's not written, it's not often written, square root of 25, which resembles law number 1. And so square root of 25 is 5. Solving the second question, which is 25 raised to power 3 over 2. This particular question looks like this law. We have x is 25, a is still 2, which is square root here, and b is 3. In this case, it's going to be equal to square root of 25 all raised to power 3, which is in accordance with the second law here. Okay, now with what we have here, it is now what we are going to simplify here and not this one. We have expressed it as something as this. So again, what is the square root of 25? Square root of 25 is 5. Assuming you have forgotten it, divide by the smallest prime number. Use 5 and divide, I get 5. 5 to divide, I get 1. Any number that appears twice, you pick it as 1. And 5 is that number that appears twice. This is now 5, the square root of 25. Then raised to power 3. And so we are going to have 5 raised to power 3 as 125. And so 25 raised to power 3 over 2 is equal to 125. Yes, I think this makes sense. Let us use this time and answer questions, more questions here, using the same laws in Laws of Logarithm Part 2. Remember, we have treated Laws of Indices Part 1, which I believe by now you have also watched it. Let us answer the more questions here. More questions number 1. In our more questions number 1, we have 9 raised to power 1 over 2. What does it mean? We can make use of this law now. 1 is still there, a is still 2. So the question is asking us to find the root of the denominator of our index, which is square root of 9, which is equal to square root of 9 is 3. So 3 becomes the last answer there. Question number 2, under more questions. Here we have 1 over 4, all raised to power 1 over 2. What do? This is the same thing as square root of 1 over 4. In short, we don't need to say raised to power any number because the numerator here is 1. And so we are going to have square root of 1 over square root of 4. This is a fraction. Okay, that means we're going to have square root of 1 is 1 and square root of 4 is 2. Therefore, 1 over 4 raised to the power 1 over 2 is still 1 over 2. This question, number 3, which is 0.027 raised to the power 2 over 3. Yes, in this case, the question resembles this law. And what we are going to do is to take it that this number is 27 all over 1000, all raised to the power 2 over 3, which means cube roots of 27 over 1000, 27 over 1000, all raised to the power 2. Yes, just as we have done here, we're also going to do the same thing here and say that this is equal to cube root of 27 over cube root of 1000, all raised to the power 2. As you may know, the cube root of 27 is 3, so that is 3 over cube root of 1000 is 10, 10 raised to the power 2. Raising each number to the power 2 will give us that this is equal to 9 over 100. So it is right to say that 0.027 raised to the power 2 over 3 is 9 over 100. Okay, that's question number 3 here. Then we can progress gradually to question number 4. In question number 4, we have 25 a raised to the power 2 or raised to the power half. In this case, we consider the whole of this as one thing. Yes, not two things. So we can even change it to become 5a raised to the power 2 or raised to the power half. So in this case now, we are looking for the square root of all of this. That means we are going to have square root of 5a raised to the power or raised to the power 2. Square root of any number raised to the power 2 is that number. And so this is equal to 5a. This expression, question number 4, 25a raised to the power 2 or raised to the power 1 over 2 will give us 5a as our last answer. More questions now. We have question number 5, where we have fourth root. Is not square root, is not cube root, but fourth root. So in question number 5 now, what do we have? We have 16p raised to the power 8 or raised to the power 1 over 2 or raised to the power 1 over 4. That means we are looking for the fourth root, root number 4, fourth root of 16p raised to the power 8. Yes, taking the fourth root of 16 will give us 2. Remember that? That is going to be divided 16 until it stops. That means fourth root of 16 is 2. Fourth root of p raised to the power 8 is p raised to the power 2. So the correct answer to this question is going to be 2p raised to power 2. We may continue like that to question number 6 and number 7. Let us watch and see how these questions are going to be solved using the same law. In this case, we have both power raised to power 6 here and cube roots. 2 of them are there looking at us. So what do? We are going to get this number 6 solved by bringing it to say that cube roots of 2 raised to power 6 is the same thing as we try to take this root back to where it came from, and that is saying 2 raised to power 6 over 3. What do I mean? It has always been the root of the denominator raised to power the numerator. So we take it back from where it is coming from using the law that we started from. So we are taking this law now back to where it started so that we can simplify. If we do that, we are going to have that the answer is going to become 2 raised to power 2 because 3 dividing 6 will give us 2. So that what our final answer is going to be is 4 as our last answer. Then number 7. Number 7 here is also similar to this number 6. But it has point. It has the same as its power. That also shows us that we're going to do something that we did here. What do? Take it back to its origin and cube root of 4 raised to the power 1.5 is going to be something as 4 raised to the power 1.5 divided by 3. 1.5 is half of 3. And so we are going to say, if we divide, we are going to have 4 raised to the power 1 over 2. Remember, dividing itself is 1, dividing itself is 2. And so we are going to have a law number 2 here have been taken to become the law number 1. And number 1 here, we see us through because we have 1, we have A. And so our 1 is there, our A is 2. That means 4 raised to the power half will now become square root of 4, giving us 2 as our last answer. Dear viewers, I believe you have learned something from these laws of indices part 2, and I believe also that you have watched law of indices part 1. Follow us for laws of indices part 3, which is going to come very soon. Please follow us, like and share.